Don Burrito and Trax. Round 1, fight. The cheap shot's going to come down onto Don Burrito here. How is he going to handle it? The sap is still on them as well. He's just kind of gaining those combo points. He didn't want to break it. He puts a cheap shot down again, getting some more combo points. Playing the long game here. Trax playing the long game here. They did use the sprint. They're going to use a vanish as well, or not a vanish as well, but they're going to re-stealth up. The consecration is going to come down. Just kind of using Don Burrito's desperately needed mana for this fight here. Will they use another consecration, or will they try to even find this rogue, or will they let the rogue open back up on them? They do have a fair amount of MP5, but every one of these resources is going to be valuable. The sap comes out, and they use the exposed armor and reset the fight. It might have been a FAF rank or a low rank of consecration. There's going to be the bubble preempt, or the divine protection is going to come out. The vanishes as well. They're going to just heal themselves up. They're not going to be able to heal themselves. The bubble is going to fade. The kidney shot's going to come down afterwards, and the first round is going to go to Trax. It might have been. It might have been actually just a rank 1 consecration, because that didn't take a whole lot of mana. Smooth. Smooth. The dual flag comes down again. The sap's going to come down. The cheap shot's going to connect. They're just waiting. They're waiting. They cheap shot and then they stop the melee. They don't want to break that. The cheap shot comes down again and they sprint away. It's just a very smooth dance. It's a very smooth dance. They are going to re-stealth. The vanish is up. They have a couple of combo points onto the paladin right now. Paladin puts down the lower rank of consecration, trying to find the rogue. The sap comes out. The exposed armor is going to connect. Using their cooldowns, Blood Rage included, the cheap shot comes out. Down to about half HP. The chickadee shot's going to come, or sorry, the eviscerate comes out as well, but immediately they are going to put the bubble on themselves and start healing. They're up to full.
Evasion down. Bubble down.
Evasion fades. Bubble fades. The sap comes out. The exposed armor connects. The re-stealth coming out with the cheap shot. Down to about half HP. They don't have the sapper. They already used the sapper. Following up with the kidney afterwards. Will they have time for the lay on hands, or will it just be a clean sweep for Trax? Trax moving on to the next round. Don Burrito fought valiantly, but the light was not with him this day.
Not this day. Playing around those cooldowns, man. Well played.
And Trax has been doing quite good with their rogue tonight, I gotta say.
Yeah, well, and playing against Paladin's a bitch. He played it really well.
It's true. It's true. Working around those cooldowns very flawlessly. For those that like what they saw there, this is Trax's Twitch. And if you'd like to get up and follow and see what else they have to offer for you there. The next duel is going to be between Rockman and Freewind. The dueling flag goes down. The rogue is going to stealth up here. Rockman, one of those that is in these dueling tournaments quite a bit. They have what it takes to go all the way, but will they be able to? Freewind trying to take this one home. They're going to reset the cooldowns right now. Everything will be back up. The re-stealth comes down. They're opening up onto Freewind here. The turns is out. The Raptor Strike is going to be put down there at about half HP. The Skull of Impending Doom is on as well. The Scatter Shot is not going to be able to connect. They're going to use the Grand Arena Master's Trinket and the Furblock Pouch as well. The Scatter Shot comes down at the last moment when the Skull of Impending Doom is going to fade. They feign death, put the trap down, and just start bandaging themselves back up, playing this one very smoothly. The grenade comes down. It's going to resist. The Tidal Charm down onto Freewind here. Trinket's out of it, puts the flare down. Is the wing clip going to come down? The kidney shot comes down onto Freewind afterwards. He's about half HP. The evasion comes out onto Rockman. They're going to use a sprint. There's a wing clip has been put down onto them, trading blow for blow. Both opponents at a very, very similar to HP total right now, but Rockman has the advantage with the evasion potentially here. But does he have more resets? The vanish is going to come out. The flare will not connect. The Tidal Charm comes out and they walk in the flare. One auto shot, one multi shot. It is going to be the first round to Freewind. Good duel. The reset coming down. This is for all the marbles potentially here. Opening up onto the rogue, using the blood rage. It was possible. I think that this cheap shot was potentially resisted there. The Skull Impending Doom comes out, so the scatter shot ice block cannot be something that happens here. The blind is going to come out. They tried to sprint away right now. They vanish immediately. How are they going to open up now onto the hunter?
Evasion down.
They jump into the flare. There's going to be a title charm that comes down. They keep putting the damage down onto Freewind here. The scatter shot's going to come down. The Feign Death, the trap afterwards. They do not have Skull of Impending Doom. They're trying to get away to about 30, 40 yards. This is the pet control is supreme. Just leaving it next to the ice block. The aim shot comes down. Or just the multi, just the auto. The medicine pouch is going to heal up Freewind. The blind goes out onto the hunter. But they get out of it quite quickly. And take the win.
Evasion down.
That was a good duel. Good duel. It looked as though the blind was still on them for an extended period of time after the duel as well, even after they were walking away there. Good game. Good duel. Good duel. Freewind will move on to the next round. The next duel is going to be between Milksteak and T-Man. Milksteak, it's all you, buddy. Good luck. Good luck to both of my friends here. Nightwork Factory, thanks for joining me. Good morning, Matrix. Their duel is going to come down. Milksteak versus T-Man here. Who will reign supreme? The stealth comes down. He starts putting the totems down. The new rule, we're letting him look for the hunter with the Stoneclaw totem the one time before the duel starts if they'd like to. Will he choose to do this? He goes into the Ghost Wolf form. He's moving fast. He's got the Noggin Fogger on. They open back up onto Milksteak, but how do they do it? Will it be with the cheap shot? Will they sap and they look for the other totems to kill them? No, they're not. They're going right with the cheap shot. And open up onto Milksteak. Milksteak in a pretty comfortable position right now. The Flame Shock's going to come out, and the Gouge is going to go down onto Milksteak afterwards. He's just gaining combo points. The Kidney Shot is going to follow, but it's not a very long one. The Title Charm goes down onto the Rogue. The Flame Shock is still ticking. The elements are strong with this one. How are they going to deal with this? They're going to just go ahead and put the grenade down. It's going to connect, and the Chain Lightning is enough to take him down. Round one goes to Milksteak. T-Man versus Milksteak. Round two. Fight. Milksteak opting for the Nature Resistance totem here. No, they have the Poison Cleansing as well. They have both out right now. What other totems are we going to see? The Nature Resistance coming down once again. The Searing Totem coming down once again with the Earthbind to potentially slow. Will we see the Stoneclaw Totem come out to try to find his opponent? Is he baiting out right now, potentially? T-Man potentially opening up here, but with what? The Ghost Wolf is going to come out. He's just running around his totems. He's waiting for the Rogue to open up on them. Are we going to see a sap and killing the totems, or will this be swift work on a Milksteak? The Milksteak is getting opened up on. The Cheap Shot's going to get resisted. The Crippling Poison is going to be applied. The blind goes out onto Milksteak as they kill these totems. But Milksteak gets out of the blind quite quickly because of the Poison Cleansing Totem. And the Title Charm goes out onto Milksteak. The Flame Shock fades, but it's going to be reapplied quite quickly. The grenade is going to go down. The Title Charm coming down on Holy T-Man. The Flame Shock is still on him. Milksteak at about half HP, down to 30% HP. Nature Swiftness heals right back up. Holy T-Man down to about 50% HP. The Flame Shock goes back on him. He tries to vanish. They open right back up into Milksteak. They instantly got out of the stun. The totems are being put back down. The blind is going to come out once again, but the Earthblind totem is there. There's no Poison Cleansing totem in range. Not quite anyway. No, maybe it was. Just in range. There. The Flame Shot goes down onto T-Man. The Earthblind totem is going to slow them down. Milksteak getting dangerously low. The grenade is going to be resisted. The totem comes out and it goes to round two. Milksteak, victor. Good duel. Good duel, good duel, good duel.
Blind.
Holy Teen Man, another content creator, Rogue. If you'd like to drop him a follow, right there for you. You'll enjoy what you see. Good duel. The next duel is going to be Ripley Wow versus Bobka. Bobka, I hope I didn't give you two hunters. I know you requested not to.
Hammer of Justice.
I apologize to Bobka as well. This is going to be Bobka versus Ripley. Wow, I hope I didn't give him 2 freaking hunters. Good. It's just going to be the secondary hunter if he does win this one. Bobka, another force to be reckoned with in the scene here. Always a contender, never to be underestimated. This is going to be a mage versus rogue matchup. Rippy versus Babbo, round 1. Babbo is just going to put the sap down onto Rippy here. Dancing. Showing some love dancing. The Blood Rage is going to come down. They're going to open up onto the mage here. They're going to put a cheap shot. They're going to instantly blink out of it. The Tidal Charm goes out onto Babbo here. They are going to try to put the Power Blast down. There's no time to. The Vanish comes out. The cheap shot does afterwards. The Grouch the Crippling Poison is being applied. The Sapper is going to come out. And Eviscerate is enough to finish him off in one swift motion. The Rogue puts the mage right into the dirt. The sap is going to come out. Babbo, using his cooldowns. They're going to open up on him. The Chief Shot comes out. They're going to instantly get out of it. They're going to put the Tidal Sharp down. They put the Palm Power onto Babbo. The Tidal Sharp goes out onto Rippy right now. He puts the Conical down. He puts the Sapper as well. Sapper for Sapper, trading blow for blow. The second round goes to Rippy.
Bubble down.
1-1. It was explosive. It was explosive. If anyone's getting scam whispers, I just got a scam whisper for my channel as well. Apparently my channel is being used for like almost whispers to like a phishing site. Do not use, if you get any whispers saying to go to my channel for this or that, do not. I don't know if it's just my channel. You're saying all Twitch is? It's pretty annoying, honestly. I've gotten 2 tonight. That's so weird. This is going to be round 3 between Babbo and Rippy. The Fire Mage versus the Rogue here. Their cheap shot's going to come down. They instantly blink out of it. There's going to be Babbo pumping down the damage onto Rippy. Rippy getting dangerously low right now. The Palm Pyro comes down. The blind goes down onto Rippy afterwards. But they do not have Ice Block. I don't know if they have the proper spec in order to deal with Babbo here. Honestly, this is tough. They're going to re-stealth. They re-sap afterwards. They're going to be eating up right now. Rippy is going to rip right now. Babbo is calling the GG preemptively. He thinks he's going to win this one. The kidney shot's going to come, or the cheap shot's going to come down. They blink away. The Tidal Charm going down onto Rippy right now, and the gun comes out for the finisher. And Babbo going on to the next round versus Captain. This is going to be Storm X versus Justin. This should be a good duel. This should be good. Storm X coming out as an Orc Druid even. You gotta love it.
Scatter shot.
Good luck to both competitors here. The dueling flag comes down. Justin versus Storm X. Round 1. Fight.
And I am back. Storm X coming in said, quote, "I just woke up and I was bored." And here he is.
The man, the myth, the legend himself playing on the Druid today. What do you think about this matchup? Who do you think is going to take this one home, Milksteak?
Storm X's Druid versus Justin's Mage. I'm going to take Storm X's Druid 2-0 here.
All right, he's going with the 2-0, confident in Storm X's ability to duel You know,
That's no disrespect. That's no disrespect to Justin, of course.
Oh, understandable. Sometimes you know who's going to win the duel. There's going to be a lot of good duelers out there, but there's only going to be one best dueler in each of these matchups specifically, and you're banking on it being Storm right now. He's going to stealth up right now, closing the distance onto Justin. Justin is going to be a Palm Pyro spec, it looks like. He opens up on him with the pounce. There's going to be a rake afterwards. They do put the rip onto Justin here. The Insect Swarm in the Moonfire as well. The Palm Pyro going down onto Storm X. The Silence is going to come out as well. The Tidal Charm too. And they put the full Frostbolt down potentially. There's going to be a Nature Swift to seal themselves right back out. The Rejuvenation is out as well. The Furbolg Medicine Pouch is going to put him in a more comfortable position. Justin did about half HP. Storm at about half HP as well.
Big grenade right there. Big grenade coming out from Storm right there.
Cycling in the Moonfire, putting on the Insect Swarm. The Cold is going to slow Storm down, but he shifts into Bear, uses Challenging Frenzy Regeneration, and starts pumping the melees into Justin right now. The evocation coming out from Justin, trying to get those rapid resources that he needs. He puts this counter spell on Storm X, interrupting his evocation a little bit too soon, but maybe that was the right play. I'm not sure. But either way right now, he's trying to put the slow down onto Storm X. The Innervate is on Storm as well. He has a Rejuvenation on him as well to just heal himself up. He goes back into bear form, charges Justin, puts the melee down, and gets the first win, or nearly. It is going to be the first wins for Storm X, 1-0.
He does have the Storm X's Druid always has the capability to burst, but when it comes down to a fight like that where it really comes down to mana, it's tough to beat. He can drag shit out forever.
And the longer they were dragging that out, the more use they were getting out of that Rejuvenation, the more use they were getting out of that Innervate as well.
Yeah, no, that's standard Storm X. He's gonna make you earn it. That's for damn sure.
Now, here's a question. Milkshake, do you think you're gonna ever see in these dueling tournaments Hand of Edward the Odd?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there, but I just saw a really cheeky Gnomish cloaking device opener. Come.
Oh shit! I didn't even notice. The Palm Pyro coming down onto Storm X. He's trying to mitigate some of that damage. He uses the Swift Mend, and he heals himself up, potentially with the Rejuvenation. The Moonfire is going to go down onto Justin right now. He does innervate himself preemptively and Rejuve as well, and just kind of even uses the Furbolg Pouch. He just wants to heal himself up. He's playing for the long game. Storm at a very comfortable HP total. He has the Frenzied Regeneration as well, but Justin is running roll on mana. I think the Palm Pyro might actually be the way to go versus these Druids to try to burst him down, but I just don't know if he's going to be able to do it here. They shift into travel form, just creating a distance. He milks that silence. He doesn't really get, in terms of the Storm really isn't
really doesn't
hurt.
Get too much out of it. We do see the Evocate come out, though, but the grenade from downtown does land.
The Moonfire and the Insect Swarm are on them as well, but honestly, Storm's in a very comfortable position. He's got the Regrowth, he's got the Rejuve, he's in bear form, he's right on Justin's ass, and Justin just doesn't have much more to deal with this.
No, his mana's running low. Storm's chilling right now, bear form swing. Comes out, has mana to put a Moonfire up, does get polyed here. We'll see what he does with this. At this point, not much.
I don't think there's anything.
See pressure. We're just going to see pressure coming from Storm, and it's going to be it. Yep.
Justin, a good player. Storm, playing by the books, doing what he needs to do to win this matchup. Not afraid to reset the fight when he needs to. Whenever he's at half HP or whenever he's in an uncomfortable total, he's not afraid to get away with that cheetah form, get back in a more comfortable position with the regrowth, rejuvenations, and the innervates, bear form, frenzied regeneration, using these things exactly when he needs to win the duel. I'm going to go ahead and just report these scorings here. Good duel indeed. The next matchup is going to be between Chemdog and Trax. And for those that were wondering, Storm, that is in fact Stormling. He creates YouTube content as well. I'll go ahead and throw you their Twitch if you were curious, and there's a link to their YouTube there as well. And it is Stormling. Right there. The next matchup is going to be between Chemdog and Trax.
I'm gonna say for this one, it's gonna be Trax 2-1.
Let's see if your prediction is right. Trax has been playing really well tonight. I was letting the Warriors kind of use the helmets throughout this dueling tournament in particular if Chem does want to, but if he wants to play nobly and Trax didn't seem as though he liked that, that's fine as well. It was a new feature. I was just kind of letting him try out. They're going to open up with the cheap shot as well. The crippling poison is being applied to Trax or onto Chem here. They get the kidney shot onto them, but they're going to instantly trinket it. They're using the blood rage to get some of that rage as well. They're at about 30 rage, so they're going sword and board, which is something to note as well. Would this have been a good time to potentially bandage? You gotta wonder. There was a lot of downtime there. There is going to be a gouge potentially put out. Was that a gouge? They got another combo point potentially. They're just going to go ahead and vanish. They cheap shot back onto Chem afterwards. They have down to about half HP. The sword board is still strong. Intimidating shot comes out, but they're able to trinket it immediately. Trax just kind of staying out of range here.
Wow, and just so clean.
It is.
Oh my lord, that was so clean.
The ranges are perfect. They stealth instantly, and the second they do, they open up with the cheap shot. The Gift of Life has come down onto Chem here. The second they're going to throw a grenade, the blind comes out and resets this. The exposed armor is on Chem.
Yeah, and this is all, right now, this is just... Okay. So Chem popped a FET by accident, so that's an automatic 0-1.
I think, honestly, it's going that way anyway. He's trying to finish it off.
Yeah, there it is. He goes ahead and yields it, yeah.
Yeah. Good duo.
Evasion down.
Yeah, you gotta take those off. I know that's the first thing
hard.
I did was take them off my bars. It's not, no fault to Chem there.
No.
But we do have to go ahead and give that one. Give that one over. Thankfully, it looked like it was going that way anyway.
Yeah,
so we'll see how it changes here going into game 2.
All right, here is going to be the second duel coming out between Chem and Trax here. Who will reign supreme? There might be a glitch. They might need to actually reset or reload or potentially relog even. I like how we see duels just in the background as well happening. People are warming up. They want to be on point when they get in these duels. The sap's going to come down onto Chem here. They're resapping one more time here. Berserker's Rage comes out. The blind goes down onto Chem afterwards. Trax just resetting this fight. The deep wounds is on him. They try to bandage, but there's only time for one tick. The vanish comes out. The kidney or the sheep shot is afterwards. The crippling poison is going to be applied. Trax needs to keep control of this fight if they want to win this one.
Here we go. Here we see the dead zone again coming in, and the grenade doesn't land. The net comes out as well. The fear does land. Trinkets it. A little bit late. Pop sprint.
They try to bandage themselves up, but they instantly is going to get canceled by Trax. They still have the evasion. They're just dead zoning properly. The intercept's going to come out. They're charging back in. The crippling poison has been applied to Chem. The hamstring is on Trax, though, as well. Very even HP totals right now. The evasion is falling.
And this is the name of the game right here. What you're seeing right now.
Chem down to about half HP right now. Trax just playing those zones, the zones perfectly that they need to try to re-stealth. The shout's going to come out, the demoralize, the piercing howl to keep them in combat a little bit further. The blind's going to come down onto ChemDog afterwards.
Worth noting that Kidney Shot resisted there, opted for an exposed armor instead. Gonna go ahead and bandage after having to use blind.
They are going to be able to re-stealth. The cheap shot's going to come down. They're just pumping out that energy as fast as they get it back. The crippling poison's been applied, and it's going to be the next round going to Trax. Good games indeed. Good games indeed. For those just hanging out with us, if ChemDog, if you'd like to see more content from ChemDog, it's another content creator. And we also have Trax as well. The two that were up there, if you like what you're seeing from them, consider dropping them a follow. They have good vanilla content and otherwise. And Yeah, lots of homies hanging out tonight. Can Paladin lay on hands? They can. Yeah, Paladins can lay on hands. Yep. Bathrobe Dwayne, Dwayne, what is your name in game? I'd be happy to give you an invite or give you a portal to this area. Are you against a Paladin next, friend? Is Jestra a Pally? I'll have to get feedback from more people in the future. If folks think like if you think lay on hands is too strong versus the Druid matchup, is that something that we need to consider? You know, taking it out if there's just no hope for you. I feel like there's a lot of ways that we could you know improve everyone's odds. Summon.
I need a summon back to the dueling premises.
Sure thing. Summon. I missed a summon.
My boy QM needs a port. What's the in-game name, QM? Who needs? Type your in-game names if you need a port. Don't make this hard. Just type them.
There we go. I think I got everybody.
Nice.
Okay, the next duel is going to be between Freewind and Milksteak.
Who now?
You and Freewind, actually.
Oh shit. Okay. All right. Cool.
Oh, Furwind. Someone raging at me in chat because I mispronounced something. There's going to be two players fighting right here. The dueling flag is going to go down. It's going to be Milksteak versus, I'm going to say it just to trigger that person, versus Freewind here. There's going to be a true shot aura on him as well. The Aspect of Wild is live. Milksteak putting the grounding totem down here to probably prevent, you know, maybe a trap if he was lucky, if he ends up in the right spot for it. Otherwise, maybe just a multi, or maybe an aim shot. Who knows what it's going to end up absorbing. I don't actually know how it works with physical damage. There's going to be just a sit here. They sit down trying to get that clear casting, or that I forgot what it's called for the shamans, but it's able to cast more easily. The scatter shot's going to come down. They're going to feign death. They're going to put the freezing trap down afterwards. They're going to get a distance on themselves. The Furbog medicine pouch is going to heal up our friend Freewind here just a little bit here. You know, I'm going to keep saying it just to trigger that person. The medicine pouch is healing him up just a little bit. Milksteak creating a distance for himself, so he's forcing the hunter to close in on him right now. As he heals himself up, he still has plenty of mana left, but the thing is, he doesn't necessarily have plenty of health, and if he has to get defensive, it allows this hunter to just get really offensive. The Nature Swiftness heal is going to be put down. The Tidal Charm goes down onto the hunter. They instantly trinket afterwards. There's going to be the heal used on themselves here, but they don't have Nature Swiftness anymore. Is the Lightning Bolt even going to go off? No, it's not. They're reverting back to just that healing of themselves. But they have not much. They don't have much health. They have a fair amount of mana, about half mana left. The hunters are going to run out of mana first by the looks of it. The Feign Death Trap comes down, and they just create 30-40 yard range. They're not going to risk. They're not going to risk the bandage. They're not going to try to get the offensive damage out as well. They're going to just go for the eat. They knew they needed the mana as well. The grenade is going to connect. The full aim shot is going to come down afterwards. The multi-shot and the auto will do plenty of damage, so it's going to be round one for Furwind. Lupos, it's got that shadow damage still. Perhaps they would be better off versus... I wonder if they... I mean, they could switch pet per duel. I think there's a pet trainer over here, potentially. So, in theory, there could be the Broken Tooth when you fight the casters and the Lupos when you fight the, plate wearers and everybody else that isn't a caster. They're starting the duel. Are the totems going to come down preemptively here? The totems will come down. The grounding is going to be placed right now, potentially eating some of that damage. Maybe not, though. The Chain Lightning is going to connect onto Furwin here. They are going to use a Scatter Shot, and they use the trap afterwards. The Searing Totem is unfortunately going for the hunt, or going for the pet right now. It's a damn shame, because if that would have interrupted the bandage on that, that could have made all of the difference. Milksteak stuck in the trap. The grenade is going to come down. The full aim shot, multi-shot is afterwards with the auto. The Medicine Pouch is starting to heal Milksteak up, but it's not enough. It's too little too late. There's too much burst from the Hunter, and they will take the second win. Good duel. The next fight is going to be actually Captain versus Bobco, which this should be a good fight. How is it possible to hide your character this way? It's GM commands. I was lucky enough to GM on the server. So there's some commands you can use to like oh, did they stream as well? Oh, thank you. Thank you for linking their chat as well. Good. Hey, good Hunter. They've played well in both their duels tonight, or both of the tournaments tonight. Excellent. Thank you, Turns, LOL. This is going to be, one more time, this will be Babbo versus Captain. I'll yell because I think Babbo is actually in this one. Babbo versus Captain. Matchup. Letting them know. What server is this on? Henhouse. And this is just an on-the-fly tournament for fun. If y'all are into this sort of thing, there's going to be a big one on the 26th here that we're hosting. It's a $300 prize pool so far. Still considering certain rules as we go on. Try to make it the best possible quality tournament in terms of you have to be careful with things like balance and vanilla because that's not what made vanilla so special is balance. But for these tournaments, you want to try to make it as balanced as possible in the regard that you're not seeing only one class in the top three. And so we adjust certain rules as time goes on to try to just make it as competitive as possible for the purposes of this tournament. Because in terms of balancing in competitive nature, that's not necessarily why you're running or you're looking forward to playing vanilla. There's so many other things that make it possible. But with this, with this format of tournament, I think it is a good thing to strive for these things. So this is going to be Captain versus Bobka. The kidney shot comes down, or the chief shot comes down onto Captain here. They call it Skull Impending Dooms comes out from Bobka. The title charm is going to hit Babbo right now. The wing clip hits them as well. They're down to about half HP. It is going to be one of those where they use a Frost Reflector trap. Our Frost Reflector, the kidney or the chief shot's going to come down afterwards again. Deterrence is going to go down. The scatter shot's going to come out. The freezing trap hits them too. Where are they going? What in the hell of it? What's happening? What was that? Do you restart? They're going to keep finishing them. I don't even know what to say to that. I think Babbo's going to lose, but did it have something to do with that chaos? I'm not sure what we do there. Do we do a reduel? I don't know what to do here. Did it make the difference? I mean, he got full rage rematch. I'm down for a rematch. I feel like that's fair, honestly. Okay, good. Greed duel. Rematch on that. Rematch on that. All right, good. Good call. Good call. I'm glad everybody was on board. I hope somebody clipped that. I'm gonna have to go back and clip it otherwise. Either way, I'll have to clip some of these things later. Oh my goodness. All right, reduel. They need to are forfeiting here, restarting. Notice how Captain is. Notice how Captain is keeping his pet from at afar here, so that Babbo can't stealth and our sap. They're going to open up with the cheap shot afterwards. The Skull of Impending Doom is going to be on Babbo. Captain getting dangerously low because Babbo's getting so offensive here. The kidney shot comes down afterwards. They vanish and they cheap shot. There was a small DR on it potentially. The medicine pouch is out. He was so low. Without that medicine pouch, there's no way he could have done it. The Serpent Sting goes out onto Babbo. The Flare is going to connect as well. The vanish goes, or the blind goes out onto Captain right now. But the pet is still on them. He's saying GG preemptively. Is he going to even go for the opener here? He opens up onto Captain right now. He uses the Frost Reflector trap, but Captain has enough crits, or has enough damage with the pets and the melees to finish him off. And it will be round 1 going to Captain. That could have gone either way at the end there. Oh, thank you guys. Thanks for clipping that for me. That'll give me a good belly laugh later. 1-0 Captain. 1-0 Captain. No, you. It's another duel. Wasn't that? Oh, did that first duel count? Oh, was that over? Oh, was it? Did that first duel count though, or was it a rematch? Was there 2 besides that? Am I crazy? Did you reduel do? Okay, 1 second. Did you do 3 total, even with the rematch with the funky block? Or the funky trap. Am I crazy, guys? Was there 3 total yet? I wasn't sure. That was 2? Look, you can tell I'm getting tired. Well, if we think, I'll let the opponents choose this one. I didn't know if there was 2 after that one where there was. So one of them was kind of a missed duel, and I thought they both agreed to the rematch there. The kidney shot's going to come down onto Captain here. He's getting low. He's at half HP. The medicine pouch comes out. Oh shit, was that 2 anyway? I might be a scuffed fucking judge, honestly. The medicine pouch comes down onto Captain here. If I'm making him win another one. They're creating a distance here for himself. They're using their rapid fire. The full aim shot's going to come down. The multi-shot afterwards. They are going to vanish this and restart onto Captain here. Captain's already used the bandage, so he's not going to be able to do anything there. The scatter shot's going to come out, and they get the Serpent Sting on them as well. The concussion shot's going to come out. The gouge goes out onto the pet. The blind is going to connect onto Captain right now. Babbo using the bandage, but it's only going to 1 tick. The vanish comes out. They're going to open up on with the cheap shot as well. But the trap is going to connect. Captain creating a distance and pummeling them with range damage from afar, and the round will go to Captain. Good duel. Sorry if I made you play an extra one there. Good duel. Okay. Good duel, good duel, good duel. If y'all liked the content from both of them, consider dropping a follow onto Bobka's channel, along with Captain's as well. These are the 2 players that played in the last duel. Great players, great players. Zandy was saying, since Win was bicep, not mainstream. Good question. Shoe Gestra. I'm gonna summon Gestra. Summon Gestra. There we go. The next fight is going to be between, so 2-1, submit scores. The next duel is going to be between Jestra and Storm X. Let's see who can take this one. This is PvP Henhouse. No use of oils. Yep, no use of oils, friends. So Jestra, I'll let him know. No oils, friends. Are they able to take it off if they have it on? Yeah. Apologies, folks. That's just, it's so overpowered. You just see it so often where that's one of those that I don't know if they can take it off. They might have to go get a new one. You can get a new one. You can go get a new weapon. I'll summon you back. Sorry for the... The thing about oil is it's just so strong. I know I know that sometimes folks come in the channel and are like, Jeff, all these rules, but it's for the best, and I should be more vocal about like or better about like linking the rule list for those that are participating ahead of time. But a lot of the time it's easy enough to discuss them as they're happening as well. But yeah, we don't like to do the oils. They tend to be really strong on the paladins, so you can definitely get a summon, Richta. What's Richta? Is your name just spelled like your Twitch name? I actually kind of forgot if it's spelled the same. / summon Richta. Ah, perfect. Thank you, friend. I should have known. Rules are what makes it fun and entertaining. Yeah, I try to spice it up. And one of the cool things about the on-the-fly tournaments is we'll have like we'll rotate in new rules that we're going to try out for the long game, in terms of consistently each tournament or for the big tournaments that we'd like to be able to host here. And it's a good testing grounds to try new rules as well. The captain says, by the way, the ice block that gave him a disadvantage was totally in his power. He held W to go forward. It's a common bug. Really? I had no idea. Maybe they were just like holding the W key to walk forward. Sorry to make you reduel that. And I actually lost track, Captain. Then I was like, fuck, was there 2 duels after the reduel? And then I started second guessing myself. A couple of those were really close. Okay, I'm gonna summon him as well. Summon. Oops. Summon Jestra. They're going to reset the fight here. This is going to be Jestra versus Storm Axe. Now, Frost Oil still seems to be on there. I see Frost Oil as well. Storm says whatever. He's ready to go. He's ready to go. I still saw the Storm Oil, the Frost Oil as well. That's all right. Storm's just going to deal with it. He's going to go into cat form. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna get on with the show. I'm gonna try to win anyway. They're going to go ahead and try to use the Tiger's Fury. The Consecration is going to miss them here. Now, this is one of those two where they really should let the Druid open. They're probably new to the old. the old dueling meta. There's some odd rules for those that aren't as familiar with the meta. There's going to be the pounce going down, the rake is going to come down as well, the rip is as well. Moonfire is going to come down, the hammer of justice goes down onto Storm X right now. They're trying to put as much damage onto Storm as they can. Storm down to about half HP already. The rejuvenation comes down onto them. They're going to try to rebuff themselves as well. I don't know if the Thorns is on them now or what, either. Storm going into bear form, trying to mitigate some of the single target damage that's going out onto him, trading blow for blow right now. There is going to be the summoned skeletons that are going to help him out to some degree, just pumping away damage onto this paladin here. It's not much, every little bit adds up. The paladin down to about half HP. The Dragon Breath Chili is going to be on them as well. Storm X to about half HP. They're in the bear form. They go into bear form just to use this frenzied regeneration and heal themselves. They're using this chili as well. I'd imagine it's a new player. I should have been more clear on some of these other specific rules. The Hodge is going to come down onto Storm X. Will it be enough? Storm X using Nature Swiftness, healing themselves back up with the rejuvenation, or the healing touch, using the rejuvenation as well, charging in onto Jester here with the wild charge. The Paladin trying their best to bring this one back. They're getting low here. They don't have a lot of mana. The grenade is going to come down onto Jester here. It's going to be just a Frost or a Wrath and then a Moonfire afterwards. He removed the chill. You got to give it to him. He's just unaware of some of these some of the rules with dueling, and it needs to be up to me to make this more known to players. We try the poor chap. Poor chap. I blame myself, honestly. I blame myself. This is going to be the second duel here. Jestra versus Storm X. They still have the bubble, the lay on hands. They have all these other tools they might be able to use to swing things here. Getting opened up on by the Druid. Is it going to be the pounce? I'd imagine it's going to be the pounce, rake, rip combination here. The Tiger's Fury comes out, increasing the damage done, opening up with the pounce, using the rake as well. Going to use the rip. The Hodge comes out onto Storm X. He's putting the damage down. Storm X instantly down to 50% HP. It must be reckoning, I would imagine, because the damage just went out. The rejuvenation is coming out. The Moonfire is afterwards. The War Stomp is going to connect potentially there. No, is it going to be a Torrent Shaman? It must be, because the War Stomp came out. The Rejuvenation Regrowth came out as well. They move into bear form. They use the Feral Charge to move in there onto their opponent. The Demoralizing Roar is going to come out. Storm sitting at about 75% HP. Gesture sitting at about 50%, 60% HP. Both players have plenty of mana. I'd say Storm X is a little bit lower, but they still have the Innervate available to them. The Grenade is not going to connect. It's going to miss. The Hammer of Justice comes down onto Storm X here, healing themselves back up with the Rejuvenation, using that Innervate to try to get the mana back. The Bark Skin is going to come out to try to prevent some of that damage. Going back into cat form here to just pump out some of that energy. The rip is going to come. The rake is going to come back out. Are they going to rip as well before they shift here? Trying to just get a couple more combo points potentially in cat form. Trading blow for blow right now. The Gesture is down to about 40%, 30% HP, but they still have the bubble, they still have the land hands, they still have all these tools they can use for the win here. Storm is going to have to be very careful if they want to win this one. The charge is going to come out. Will we see a bubble? Will we see a bubble? Oh, the bubble's just too late. The bubble's too late. Good game. Good duel. The next round is going to be Trax versus Furwind. Trax versus Furwind. I know there's a lot of questioning of my rules in the chat. I know. No matter what, I feel like there's gonna be I'm gonna be a bad guy. Whether it's the oils or the ability to let paladins use lay on hands or whatever it might be. All you can do is try your best to make it as competitive as possible. This is going to be a good duel. Trax versus Furwind here. They're going to open up immediately with the cheap shot, but it's going to get resisted. They're going to just put down the Skull of Impending Doom as well on themselves. The Sapper's going to come down onto Furwind. There's nothing they can do as far as the Scatter Shot because the Skull of Impending Doom is still on them. The Medicine Pouch is going to heal Furwind up just a little bit. They Scatter Shot right as the Skull of Impending Doom lands. They get the Fade Death off. They get the Trap off. The perfect timing on everything. They use the bandage, but they cancel it too soon. They only use one tick. They use the Rapid Fire. They use the Grenade. They put the full aim shot down. They put the multi-shot down afterwards. They put the Serpent Sting, and they are going to finish them off the first round going to the Hunter. Two of my content creating friends facing off, trying to go on to the finals here. Who will take the win? The reset comes out. Opening up onto the Hunter here. I think he can resist it again. The Medicine Pouch is coming out unless he had used an ambush. Fur down to about half HP already. Track's getting just very offensive here. The blind is going to come out. They bandage themselves just a little. No, they don't bandage themselves. They just go with the offensive maneuver here, getting the energy back. The pet is still on them. They're going to vanish. They open back up to Furwind. They finish him off immediately. And then round 2 goes to Trax. That was very quick, very volatile. Very, very fast, trying to just keep up with the pace of that duels there. Are they opening up with it? And I think they're opening up with the ambush, actually. They're moving on towards the melees. There is going to be a crippling poison applied. The flare is going to go down in case they try to vanish. Skull of Impending Doom onto Trax right now, assuring that there is going to be no Scatter Shot coming out. The Scatter Shot comes down last second, right as Skull of Impending Doom is going to end. The Medicine Pouch... I think I miscast that. The Medicine Pouch is going to fade, but it's putting the Hunter down to about half HP. The blind is going to connect afterwards. The pet is still looking at them potentially. No, the pet is not. No, they're there. They're re-stealth. They're in the Flare's range. They open back up onto Trax, onto the Hunter. It is going to be another Feign Death Trap combination. Furwind here is going to bandage themselves up, putting themselves in a much more comfortable HP total. I think that was a pretty scuffed cast. The full grenade is going to go down. The aim shot is afterwards. The multi-shot is going to connect. The auto shot will be enough, and it will be round 2 for our Hunter friend. Good duels. Very, very quick. Very volatile.
Yeah, that was a good series right there.
Yeah. Started to lose track of it there. Furwind is one of the content creators. Thank you, Cheers, friend, for linking that in the chat. We have Furwind is our Hunter that has been coming out and really showing us that they are someone to be taken seriously. So you got Trax and Furwind is the 2 players that fought there. If you're interested in seeing some of their other content in the future, this is actually going to be Captain versus Storm X. Let's see who can win this one. Who do you think will win this one, Pat?
That's tough. I'm gonna go with Storm X, but it's probably gonna go to 3 games. That'll be my guess. I don't know. It depends. If Captain plays it right, it could just go 2-0 Captain.
Yeah, Captain's been, really showing that they are someone to be taken seriously. But Storm X, being the legend that he is someone that needs to be taken equally seriously. I don't know necessarily who's favored in this matchup. What are your thoughts on that? Do you think normally the Druid or the Hunter is going to take the cake with equal gear in this particular matchup?
To be honest, here, I really don't know. We'll have to see.
Yeah. I think either one has the capacity to. It's going to come down to certain things like, is the Viper Sting going to get many ticks? Is the duel, the longer the duel lasts, the better Storm is going to do. Just in terms of being able to cycle out those heals and the dots onto the Hunter. I feel like the longer the duel lasts, the worse off Captain's going to be.
Yeah, agreed pretty much on all of that. The longer it goes, I think Storm X is going to do a lot of work.
The duel flag goes down. This is going to be round 1 with Captain versus Storm.
I think they're just waiting to reset cooldowns or something.
Yeah, I think you're right. dual flag comes down. Is Storm going to stealth up? He is going to stealth up. He will get the opener on the Hunter. Will he just decide to use the standard, you know, pounce, rip, rake, our pounce, rake, rip combination? No, he actually goes for the Moonfire.
Yeah.
Wow, is he trying to kill the pet? Pat, is that what's happening right now?
Well, he has both Moonfire and Insect Swarm up on the pet. So that's the way it looks right now. I'm not exactly sure.
He's
Reapplies it. Yeah,
he's going
really...
for it. He's going for the long game. He's trying to kill the pet off. He's trying to heal himself back up. He is going to, but Captain's getting aggressive. He has the Viper Sting. Oh my goodness, the Viper Sting's getting a lot of ticks right now. There's no abolished poison.
On there too. Yeah, and there it goes finally.
He switches into the bear form, uses the frenzied regeneration, does have the enrage on him as well, getting that extra rage, but he is just too much. I think too much has been committed for the wolf. I don't know if it's going to happen. The wolf is getting low. The wolf is going to die.
I think that was Innervate right there we just saw as well. Perhaps not. I actually can't tell.
Yep. Innervate is on them 100%. Good call, Pat. Honestly, hot damn. He has no ammo. Captain has no ammo. Oh, no.
Oh, that's unfortunate. That is so unfortunate.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Get owned.
Captain, I'm so sorry. I don't know if he would have won it or not. I was saying, you know, I would have loved to see how that. I cannot wait for the next round, honestly, where he has his ammo. Is Storm gonna go for the pet kill again?
Is this fight still going? He's swinging.
It's still technically going.
Oh, he got him finally. Yeah. And just a tremendous oversight.
I love
What
you, Captain.
A ridiculous oversight by Captain Meme Lord himself.
He's such a good hunter. People are memeing around on Captain, but he is such a good hunter. That goes to show you it'll happen to the best of us.
And the kid sucks. But, you know, he's got...
Making it all the way to the finals to the best of 5.
This is unprecedented, though, of course, here.
Oh, it's not
so
the finals,
we make an official rule. If you run out of ammo in the middle of a duel, you're dumb.
Yeah, that's just the way it is. And this was the semifinals. I accidentally said finals, but yeah, I think he could have won it too.
It's possible. Yeah, that was unfortunate.
Captain's back. He's healing up his pet. The one more round and Storm takes it to the finals. Captain has the potential to bring it back, though. Here's my question: are we going to see the same thing happen with the Storm X going for the pet, or is this going to be one where?
No, the way they're both playing right now, I'm actually going to go ahead and say I think Captain's got this 2-1.
You think so?
Yeah. Yeah.
Are we going to see a strategy shift, and is he going to maybe decide to not go for the pet this time? I have no idea if it was the right call. I started eating my words because it seemed as though he was making a comeback.
Barring on a serious note, barring what happened last duel, I think that Captain played more efficiently. We saw that Viper Sting do quite a bit of work, so there's some cleaning up to do on both ends here, obviously.
Yeah, 100%. Either one of them could take this. This is best of 3. Best of 3. Best of 3. For the semifinals. I probably could have done best of 5, but a little too late for that. Best of 3, Storm. This could be the final round here.
So we'll see here. Wish I could inspect Captain right now. I don't know what trinket he's opted to go for here, but I guess we'll see.
He's going for the pet kill again,
probably an AGM that he's got. There's the freezing trap. Again, only getting the Moonfire up this time. So a little bit slower on that second GCD this time. Same opener.
He gets him in the trap. He puts the full damage down on him with the aim shot, multi-shot combination. There is going to be the trail charge coming out onto Captain right now.
It lands.
The medicine pouch.
Right now. He got pretty much full value out of his AGM there, and then the grenade also landed, which is exactly what he wanted.
And on both targets too, he actually was able to disable the pet too for that time.
Yes, exactly.
And he's sitting a very comfortable mana total right now, but you know, Captain is able to get the reset. The scatter shot freezing trap is going
And
to
he
come
got
down.
I think that he got the trap
Yeah, he did.
in caster form there, so that's pretty good there. There's some burst damage coming out. The wolf is damn near dead though. We do see that Viper come out. Tidal to cover it as well there, goes into bear form. Viper's still ticking. Captain also but improved wing clip there.
Yeah, the improved wing clip comes down. The Moonfires and Insect Swarm are on Captain now. There's still that Undead Warrior is still just beating on him. It has been this whole time. The scatter shot comes down onto Storm.
There. If he gets this trap, this could be big. It doesn't look like he gets it though. Innervate comes, and I'm gonna go ahead and bet that that's gonna be it.
I think you're right, mate. Storm X is taking this one home. I think it's the way to go, to kill the pet and just play for the long game right now. Putting the Insect Swarm, the Moonfire back on a Captain. The Entangling Roots is being put down as he's just spamming the Moonfires to finish him off. Storm going on to the next round. Good duel.
That was a good match, yeah. And I knew, for some reason, I knew it was going to be 2-1, but... And I actually did predict 2-1 Storm X, did I not? That was actually my initial prediction. Oh, shit.
There is going to be a bronze round here. So it would be between Captain and Trax if they wanted to fight for third place. I didn't have it. Apparently I didn't say select third place, so it's not on the brackets, but this will be Trax versus Captain.
So what sucks for Captain here is he has to turn around and play again.
Hey, Tips out coming in with those very kind words to us here. He was saying the synergy between OG Jeffrey and Milksteak's amazing. Love the colorful commentary Milksteak provides and the casting by OG. It's great as always. Thank you, Tips out. Just having
my dude, appreciate that, man.
Just having you here, Tips, means just so much to us. We can't thank you enough for hanging out with us and being a part of the tournament and just shooting the shit with us in chat. Like it seriously means the world. Thank you, Tips. And everyone else as well. Cheers, Salia, for hanging out with us. Welcome one, welcome all to the dueling tournament on the fly. We like to call this Friday Night Fights. We want to try to make this, a semi-regular thing. Whenever there's enough interest for dueling tournaments like this, then we want to host them. So there's a few of us that are getting involved at this point with the shoutcasting and the chaos. There's going to be a big one on the 26th, but we really like these on the fly ones every once in a while. Oh, I got to summon our friend here. Summon for win.
Intimidating shout.
Boom. Okay, do we by chance have Trax and Captain that want to duel still? Otherwise we can just get to our final as well.
Would be a good third place matchup there.
Yeah, that would be a good third place matchup.
But I say perhaps we should just move on to the first place for now, since we're not.
I'm totally down. Our contenders are ready to go. I understand Trax. Trax is going to bed too, so we're just going to do the third place. We're going to do the finals here. This is going to be between Storm X and I like saying Freewind because I've been memeing around and I was made fun of for saying that earlier. So, but I'm probably pronouncing it wrong. But Storm X versus Freewind. This is going to be the finals of the evening.
This will be
best
interesting.
of 5.
First time we've seen a druid take anything. Unprecedented here if Storm X takes this best of 5.
This will be one of the first. This would be the first druid victor.
It would be, and it would additionally be the first 2-time victor on 2 different classes.
And now Storm X is charging in. They are going to just preemptively pop out that Frenzy Regeneration. The Rejuvenation is on them as well. The Scatter Shot is going to come down onto Storm X. They're going to feign death and instantly put them into a trap and gain some distance and reset things here. Now he is able to eat up, and look at that pet control, leaving that pet right next to Stormax. Puts the grenade down. The rapid fire is being put into place. The full aim shot, multi-shot, auto shot's going to come down. They go into bear form. They instantly charge. They get the hamstring out. They instantly shift out of it, putting the Moonfire Insect Swarm onto the pet, trying to finish them off, going for the long game right now. Will it be enough? They're going to put the rejuvenation on themselves. The innervate is on them as well. The improved concussion shot is going to connect as he just charges the hunter here and restarts the whole process, trying to kill off the pet, trying the best of their ability to do just that. But will it be enough?
Well, the trap, first of all, the trap there didn't quite land. He's under a lot more pressure here in the same matchup. But the pet does go down, but AGM comes out right afterward. No mana. We're looking at no mana. Bear form comes in. Have we seen a frenzied regen yet, is my question.
We did see the frenzied regeneration. The entangling roots is going to come down as well in case they melee him. The nature's grasp, but they didn't melee him. The barkskin's going to come down. The insects from Moonfire are going to hit Furwind as well. They go back into Bear form. They are going to charge the hunter. I feel like playing for the long game is the way to do it. I don't know if I've seen this matchup before tonight played quite like this, where they go for the pet and then they go for the hunter, but I like what I see.
Well, he's hitting these fears as well, knowing that if he wants to get out of these fears, he has to spend a lot of mana. So we're seeing a back and forth here right now is what we're really seeing. Improved wing clip does proc that.
And that's something to note there. That was a clutch Fear Beast. That truly was. That it might have given him the mana he needed to win this one. The medicine pouch is going to come down. The insect swarm still on Furwind. Aiming with the full aim shot, multi-shot's going to come down. The bear is going to charge out immediately. They're trying. They put the fear pet. They put the Fear Beast down again.
And he gets a bandage out of it. He's recognized that Storm X is running a little bit low on mana, and the more he shifts, the better it works for him. So he's timed two fears that have basically changed the whole. Now, he's still at a decent mana total, but he's been under pressure the entire game, from start to finish.
He's starting to get low on damage or low on health here. The grenade is not going to connect
there, and he's gonna get put in a scatter here.
The scatter comes down. The grenade does afterwards. It's a full aim shot. That's enough. The first win goes to Furwind here. Well played.
That is, I mean, he took it to the long game. That's where Stormax lives.
Yeah, good duel. That well said. That's where the win condition we've been saying is what Storm's been going for a lot of these hunter matchups is to go for the long game. Was it scuffed audio? I wonder how my audio got scuffed. Feels bad, man. Now hopefully it's fixed now. I don't know if I bumped my mic or what happened. But sorry, folks. Now this is going to be probably the same situation we ran into before, where they're probably going to try to play for the long game, but that long game was played by the hunter as well, in the regard that every time they got into that beast form or the bear form, they threw out the scare beast. It was twice that fight.
We're looking at a difference here between his previous matchup. This matchup, it seems like it's going to be a little bit more difficult to actually get his pet killing strategy to be beneficial, because he's under so much more pressure. At least that previous match that he was, and the pet didn't die until much later in the match.
The concussion shot procs, and that gives him the ability to just go up and just feign death trap, which is just exactly what he wanted to see. The rapid fire is being put down. The full aim shot, multi-shot goes down onto the druid right now. They need to heal themselves up. The scatter shot's preventing
his grenade. Oh, wow, that was actually crazy. So Storm popped his AGM, charged in, went for a grenade, and then he got scattered on his grenade.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Playing this one oh so well. The Scare Beast is going to come out as well. He's healing his pet up, Pat. He's actually just healing his pet up because he got the Scare Beast. He's bandaging it as well. He doesn't want to lose his pet. He wants that shadow damage to keep plucking away at the druid, and it's going to happen.
This is tough. I mean, but we look at the mana right now, and that's what we got to think about here. How long can he sustain this play style?
Blind.
I think our druid has already used Innervate, so they're not. They're at about 60% mana as well. The hunter's down to about 24%. Storm X, he reverted his strat. He's not going for the pet, I don't think, anymore. I think he just needs to go for the hunter, or he won't have enough damage to finish this one off. The Innervate is still on Storm X. He is getting that back. That wasn't used just yet. That was from the last cooldown. He goes into bear form, but it's too little too late. Round 2 going to Furwind. This Hunter is coming out of nowhere. I've never seen him enter one of these tournaments, but I look forward to seeing him more in the future as well. They're playing quite well. We had a few Hunters of note kind of show up to these tournaments and do well, and I'd like to add another one to the list. Track is another one that just really comes up and does well every time they sign out for one of these.
Yeah, Hunter definitely coming in and being a well-represented class in these sort of skirmishes we've seen. So, like, Stormex needs to win this, right? So what does he do? That's my curiosity right now. I think that's everybody's curiosity that's watching. So we'll see what he does.
Because it seems as though going for the pet play, I don't know. It seems as though Furwind has his answer to that. You know, he gets the Scare Beast off and he heals the pet back up, and it puts Storm in a worse position than if you've just gone for the Hunter.
He's getting creative off the bat, going for the Gnomish Cloaking Device opener. We saw this earlier, and it is effective. So here we go. We see the Moonfire Insect Swarm on the pet.
He does get the concussion shot down. It's not going to proc. They go into the bear form. The Rejuve is healing him up. They use the Enrage to just get a little bit more rage as well. And they're using the Frenzied Regeneration there, but they pop out of bear form, so they're not going to get that full effect out of it. Nice. The Scatter Shot's going to come down, and the Freezing Trap's going to reset things.
Very quick reaction there. Yeah, absolutely. Very quick reaction there from the Hunter, recognizing that he had shifted the Fear Beast and went for the Scatter Trap instead instantaneously. It was very fast.
The aim shot's going to be put down there. They're still kind of going for that pet casually as well. They seem to be trying to go for the long game once again. Their Innervate's going to be on them, giving them that mana that they're going to desperately need throughout the rest of this encounter. They do go into bear form. They let the Rejuvenation kind of tick heal them, but the Scatter Shot, Feign Death Trap combo is going to come out once again. The full aim shot comes down. The multi does as well, and we have ourselves a victor. Furwind.
3-zip.
3-zip. What a good tournament.